It wouldn't be fall in Florida without a hurricane to disrupt the Friday Night Blitz.
The rest of the game? No. Rest of the game, we lost. Oh, yeah, we lost.
But Dorian is gone, and the schedule is packed with some premier games around the area. On display are new district rivalries.
So we're ready to go.
And a national spotlight on Duval County.
We have to execute what we do. We have to play very, very physical.
Just another week.
Hey, all the way through, Zach.
Here on the Friday Night Blitz.
This is Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Subway Restaurants.
All right, I want y'all to go out there and I want y'all to be the hammer, not the nails. You hit everything that moves, you execute, you give 100%, and we'll come out victorious. You go out there and you lay down and you not play with confidence, and it's going to be a long game.
Ooh, the nightmare on Main Street on Friday the 13th. We like the sound of that. Jackson hosting Westside in our game of the week.
Yeah, welcome to the Friday Night Blitz, everybody. A rare Martineau and Hicken appearance on the show together. Good to be here.
Oh, yeah. Good to
We're
be along.
Just happy to be back on the air after the hiatus last week, thanks to Hurricane Dorian.
Yeah, plenty of great games and storylines across the area to get to. Let's take a look at the top things we're keeping an eye on. A new Powder District in 8A, and it doesn't take long to get a marquee matchup. Mandarin, the defending state champs, take a trip to unbeaten Bartram Trail.
Speaking of state champs, Marcel Robinson continues his year-long look to making of a program for the Rains Vikings. A chat with Coach Wiley.
D.D. Westbrook on campus this week. We'll discuss his connection to high school football.
And, of course, the folks who shine at halftime, your band of the week, all coming up. But first, it's our game of the week.
So let's go out there and let's handle business. Everybody got me? Yes, sir. All right, let's go. Let's get ready to rock.
All right, West Side and Jackson. The Wolfpack just played on Monday, lost to Baldwin. They're 2-1. The Jackson Tigers had a bye week last week. They're 1-1. So let's play some football off Main Street. Backup quarterback Elliott Blair got the start for West Side. 4th and 13. Throws it up. Jared Ely jumps up to get it 6-0 after the first drive. Nice play. West Side got it back on a short field. They took advantage in the second quarter. A Tana Otis touchdown run. 2-point conversion was good. 14-zip. And that would be the score at the half. Relatively close. But in the second half, it blew open. 21-0. Otis throwing. Ely again had a big night, another touchdown, 28-0, just like that. And then the defense would put the stamp on the game. Knowledge Williams.
Got to have knowledge.
Yes, you do, and you got to have strength and talent. He caught that pick six, 25 yards back the other way. Running clock on Main Street. And how about show one more? Another pick six, the deflection, and Antoine McCray takes off. Westside 3-1 after the 41-0 win over Jackson.
Going in the third quarter, we finally just focused on doing our job. Everybody just do your job, execute, and then things just started to happen like they're supposed to happen. So we felt like, we had a good night. We're trying to build some momentum. Obviously, district play is going on, and, the other two teams in our district are playing tonight. And so we got our eyes on that stuff. And so our goals are in front of us. Tonight was a good night for us to build some confidence and play better and come together as a unit, but we got more work to do.
You look like you got a lot of different weapons, a lot of guys. It's not just one that you focus on. I mean, that must be nice as a coach where you can kind of mix things up.
Absolutely. We got guys who, if you focus on one, there's another one you focus on. We can do a lot of things. We have a motto in our program that versatility is unstoppable. So we try to be versatile. We try to be able to run the ball, throw the ball, screen the game, do a variety of different things.
That's a good man right there, Coach DuBose. Next week, it's time to head north of the border as we visit Camden County for our game of the week. The Wildcats hosting Brunswick in a Southeast Georgia battle. They remain undefeated, by the way. They just won tonight. We'll again have a call on ESPN 690, all our social media channels. That will be a 7:30 kick next week.
Hey, stay engaged, you're fine. You seen how many drop passes are out here tonight?
The Bears of Bartram Trail had a few miscues against Mandarin, but not many in the 8A district showdown. Early in the third quarter, Bears with the ball on the goal line. A.J. Jones, we said his name a lot this year, punches in for the short score, 25-3. You heard me right. Back come the Mustangs. Big dent on the scoreboard for Mandarin to take care of, but Martranius Mack gets loose in the second level, bringing the Mustangs into the red zone. We finally have a spark for Mandarin. Cameron Daniels finishing the drive with a short touchdown run. 25-7 is a score. A long way to go. But here comes Chad Dodson and the Bears. Dodson will deliver a strike to Zach Rhodes, and he is off to the races. Oh, dominant performance for Bartram. 32-7 the final. Marcel Robinson with head coach Darryl Sutherland.
I'm here with the Bartram Trail's head coach, Victoria's head coach, 32-7 against Mandarin. You guys aren't supposed to belong to this district. What happened today?
Yeah, I'm really proud of our guys. Tonight was our military appreciation night, and the guys were wearing jerseys with special names on the back, honoring our service members. And we told the guys, all we want from you is to honor those names with your attitude and your effort, and feel like the guys did a great job of that. Just gave everything they had all night, and really proud of them.
Start to finish, it seemed like everything was working right for your team tonight, specifically your quarterback. Looked like he was on fire, Chad Dodson. Some people questioned him coming into the season. Are we done questioning Chad Dodson?
Yeah, that was one of the things. He had a couple of runs last week, and I was like, all right, we're officially done with you coming back. You're back, right? And he's making plays, and the great thing is just what a great leader is. His teammates respond to him so well, and they believe in him so much. We're really just so glad to have him.
What is it about this particular game, that? Because it seems like every time I come to Barton Trail, you guys get up for games, but this one had a little bit more. Did some of that, we really want to make a name for ourselves in this 8A district kind of come into play today?
Well, they're a great opponent, so you have to come out and play your best. But really, our mantra all the time is Semper Virtus, pursuing excellence in all things. And so it was about coming out and getting better this week than we were last week.
And my final question for you, obviously the defense came up big, 7 points on the board, but that's a pretty prolific offense over there. Obviously you have Carson Beck. What went well for the defense to keep those guys in check today?
Well, they played the way they've been practicing. That's the big thing, is they've been getting it after it every day in practice. They're making our offense better with the way they're playing. But like I said, they really just played the way they practiced.
Well, I know we've done this numerous times. I know you're not going to say it. I'm going to say it. That's a statement went from the Barton Trail Bears. Once again, victorious 32-7 over the Mandarin Mustangs. Let's toss it back to you.
Thank you.
All right, down in St. Johns County we stay. Jeff Sims of the Sandalwood Saints travel to take on Nice, tied at 6 in the first quarter. Sims drops back and finds Jalen Embry for the go-ahead touchdown pass. That start a little bit of a run for the Saints. Second quarter action now. Saints back on offense. This time Sims keeps the ball, runs it in for another score. So Jeff playing well, and just before the half, he decides to do it himself again. Keeps it, scoots left, end zone. Sandalwood up big. Sandalwood goes on to win.
All right, out at Oakleaf, the Knights looking to bounce back from a loss to Columbia. They host Gainesville Buells. And, when you talk about Oakleaf, you're talking about Walter Simmons. And there he is. Flips a nice little pass right here to Terrence Anthony, number 7. And look at Terrence, TA, I like to call him. Oh, he just slips. But you know what? If you got a good thing, stay with it. So Simmons back to pass, fires a bullet over to Anthony, touchdown. Oakleaf was up at this point 23-0. The kick is good.
Two traditional powers around these parts. St. Augustine at Skinner Marco to face Bowles. Down 7-0. Jackets able to level the score. Ty Baxter used the effort to find pay dirt. And we're all tied up in the third quarter. We got a good football game. That seemed to flip a switch in the Dogs because they would really pick it up from there. First in the Wildcat, Caden Fordham puts the home team back on top 14-7. Good player. Then the defense stands up. St. Augustine. Completion over the middle, looking for a little bit of extra yardage. Fumbled in.
Oh, boy.
Selmon recovers for the Dogs, and they are in business again on the short field. Well, it worked the first time. Might as well do it again. Give it to Fordham. Across the goal line for 6. One last chance to get back into it late in the game for the St. Augustine Yellow Jackets. Sam Edwards picked off by, guess who? Fordham. Jumps the route, gets a big return. Bowls a 28-7 winner. Good matchup here tonight. And here's Stuart Weber with the player of the second half, Caden Fordham.
Here with Caden Fordham, obviously coming up huge down the stretch, a couple touchdowns and a big interception. Tell me about tonight, man. That had to be a lot of fun to go out there with you guys.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, team prepared well all week. We came out focused, got what we had needed to get done, and it showed on the field.
You guys go to that Wildcat there in the second half. How big was that to be able to kind of move on the fly a little bit, see what was working, and utilize that?
Yes, sir. I think the Wildcat helped us in the short downs when we just needed a couple yards, and it definitely showed in the red zone, as we saw. But, yeah, mainly just the offense going down, the red zone, and Wildcat helped us in the long run.
For you, as a guy who goes both ways on the field, you getting tired out there, or did you just kind of let the adrenaline take over late in that game?
Yeah, the adrenaline kind of gets to me, but Coach does a great job of conditioning us during the week, so I was well prepared for it.
And last one for you, what does this win do for you guys moving forward? I mean, that's a good team over there on that sideline, and this should give you a good positive momentum.
Yes, sir, especially after UC. We fought back, but, yeah, this one, as in the papers, everyone had St. Aug over us, but, I mean, yeah, it should motivate the team a lot.
All right, go celebrate with your guys. Congratulations. That is Caden Fordham. Let's go ahead and send it back to you.
Marno, you called for that one.
The breaking news here is kids still read the paper.
You called that one. I heard you.
You Fleming Island unbeaten this year. Now the same district has the Fletcher Settlers, Dan.
Yeah.
And you got some names for me, Dan.
I do. That's Miles Montgomery sliding down the sidelines, baby. And listen, At last check, I don't have a final on this one, but Fletcher was battling and leading this one late, 13-10. We got a 2-point botched PAT going nowhere. That's what we got.
We'll update that game for you as well coming up, if not later in the show on CBS 47 and Fox 30, 11:15. That's a good start on the Friday Night Blitz, but we're just getting revved up. Dan's Dash coming up shortly. Hope you did well tonight.
I tried. Plus, Marcel Robinson goes one-on-one with Reigns head coach Duran Wiley in our ongoing series on the Vikings. That's coming up next.
Good evening, Friday Night Blitz, and welcome to Andrew Jackson High School, the home of the Tigers. We're Andrew Jackson's Booster Club, and we are here at the concession stand where we have hot dogs, french fries, and nachos. Go Tigers! Number 24!
We are the Bartow Trail Bears, and this is the Friday Night Blitz.
You're watching Action Sports Jax Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Subway Restaurants.
4th and 13, excuse me. Blair launches it down the right sideline, throws it up for grabs, and it's caught for a touchdown in the end zone by Jared Ely. Ely just went up and grabbed it. That was basically, hey, go make a play for me, and Ely was able to do it. That's a touchdown for Westside and the Wolverines. Elliot Blair, the backup QB, got the Westside Wolverines off to a good start on our Action Sports Jax Game of the Week on ESPN 690. First score of the game en route to a 41-0 win. The defense for the Wolverines pitching a shutout. We catch up with one of the stars right after the game.
I'll tell you, Ely's been a really solid receiver for us.
It's great. We can put a freshman in and the level of intensity won't drop. You know, we just work and work and work as a team, and as individuals, we work on the off days and stuff like that.
Well, we talk about the team first, but tell us about the play you made. I mean, did you just rip that one away? I never saw the ball on the ground.
Yeah, I just ripped it. You know, it was more than me. You know, they just held them up, and I just went in there and took it. It's just, I should have scored, but hey, it is what it is. We got the dub.
Certainly did. 41-0 over Jackson in our Game of the Week. So now we move on in our Game of the Week schedule. Next up, we go to Southeast Georgia. Brunswick against Camden County next week here on the Friday Night Blitz and on ESPN 690 next Friday night. A Jags game?
It looks like it.
I like it.
Might have been more people there than there were.
We need a little more Jags fever around here. Where are the mustaches? Where's the Minshew mania?
Oh, dear.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Subway Friday Night Blitz. Brent Martineau, Dan Hicken. What do you say we talk a little bit more football, Dan?
Let's do
Atlantic
it.
Coast, home tonight against Buchholz.
A lot doesn't need to be said about tonight's district game.
All right. District matchup for the Stingrays of Atlantic Coast. They face Buchholz making the trip from Gainesville. No score second quarter. Buchholz running back Quandarius Smith takes the ball, but we got a fumble! Defensive lineman Travis Batts scoops it up, but gets caught on the return. A few plays later, the turnover turns into a touchdown as Keely Watson delivers the ball to Kenny Guerriere. He does the rest, breaks a few tackles on his way to pay dirt, and the Stingrays strike first. Buchholz wins this one 34-14.
University Christian home tonight against NFEI. It's kind of like saying TIAA Bank. And the home team able to jump out to a big lead. Arthur Fats Walker carving his way through that Eagles defense all the way for 6.
That boy Fats.
Grows. I want that nickname, but that's his name.
You got to earn it.
Give the kids from North Florida Education Institute as they would fight back. Give him some credit. Michael Curry deep for Larry Toole, and he hauls it in, makes a great catch and cut him to elude his defender into the end zone. The ensuing kick, Joseph Carter. You know, I was showing kickoffs, Dan.
He's gone.
Blockers, nice patient run.
Oh.
And there he goes. I don't see any other defenders.
We're going to give him credit, though, huh?
Why not?
What's the score?
Christians rolled 55-12.
Dash was feeling a bit patriotic tonight. Loves the effort from the sidelines photographer over there at Bishop Snyder High School. Yeah. Red, white, blue legs. Very nice. Huh? A little dancing? What do you think? Strike up the band, the Dash way out of the cone tonight.
Show.
By the way, all the way to Bishop Snyder. Who gave me that assignment?
Dan's Dash, brought to you by the Southern Chevy Dealers. Find new roads.
I had to use the GPS and everything to find my way out there, for goodness sakes. Hey, all Stallions of Providence in this one. Austin Walker rolls out, hits Will Moon for the touchdown. Early 7-0 lead. Stallions just warming up. Walker this time to number 6. Cole Johnson. Watch the other receiver, number 4. Yeah, it's a touchdown. He called it. And it is a touchdown. They wanted more, they got it. Snyder struggling a little bit here. They forgot to cover number 6. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. He cuts back. Nice move there. Touchdown. All Providence, they win 47-14.
Ed White hosting Baker County tonight. The Wildcats come out strong on defense. Pick up the action. And Grant Travis, he's going to get it. And he is in the backfield, actually, for the sack. Baker County's Jacob Williams getting the nod there. Wildcats offense clicking too. Scooby Graham. Scooby-Doo! Into the end zone for 6. Poor kid, he probably always hears that, right? Then here comes Williams again. Another sack for number 11. Good pressure up front by Baker County defense. And Baker County would win the game 23-13 over on the west side.
One more big game on tap tomorrow with a little Saturday afternoon blitz. Reigns Vikings head to the backyard. They meet up with the Lee Generals. Lee's beaten them the last 2 times. This was the only game Reigns lost a year ago, the opening week. As you know, they ran the table from there to a second straight state title. Should be a good one tomorrow, 2 p.m.
We'll have highlights of that one on primetime tomorrow night. We continue our look into the recent run of the Reigns program with part 2 of our walk and talk with head coach Duran Wiley.
The Reigns alum has truly made the Vikings community proud on the field, but as he tells our own Marcel Robinson, it's about more than wins and trophies.
Take the screen, throw the way behind his head. Or slant and run on the right side.
You know, as we walk, behind the graveyard, it's such an astounding and one might say a privilege to even play here. We've talked about in the past that, the important part for you is to make sure that the guys that suit up on this field on Friday nights, they have to be Wiley's guys, Reigns guys.
The locker room controls the environment.
Mm-hmm.
When you got a bunch of guys that's doing certain things the right way, and the conversations are about certain things, you kind of, it's a quick decision you have to make.
That's true.
And whether that guy says, I want to be a part of it or not, it doesn't take long. And whichever decision is made, I'm fine with it. Because again, you want those certain guys. I can remember Nick Saban made a comment to me one day. I said, Coach, how do you do this year in and year out? It was a simple statement. Get the right guys on the bus and get the wrong guys off.
There you go.
And you know what? That told the story.
Obviously, this is no, preview to this time because I'm sure we have a long time before this comes. But when it's all said and done, when head coach Duran Wiley hangs it up as the head coach, how do you want to be remembered?
Simply, I made a difference.
That's it?
That's it. I made a difference. I took the group I had year in and year out, and I made a difference in the world. Simply. I'm not worried about anything else. Did I make a difference? If I did that, I did my job.
That guy's done a great job. Stick with us through the season as we release a new episode in our 7-part series right here on the Friday Night Blitz. You can find the full videos on all of our social media platforms, including Facebook and Twitter, YouTube, and your favorite streaming devices. Look forward to that each and every week. Pine Forest traveling to Lake City to face Columbia, number 2 team in Class 6A according to Max Preps. Tigers looked the part early on. 5th offensive play from scrimmage. Jordan Smith's kid's good. Finds Jaden Williams about midfield. 1 cut, 1 block, and see you later. Williams breaks the tape, 7-0. Tigers in the lead. Columbia goes ahead late in the half, aided by a Smith to Marquez Bell completion off a deflection. Ready? Boom, boom.
Oh, yeah.
Tigers punch it in a few plays later. Tight game, but Columbia knows how to win football games now. 21-13, they get it done.
From Lake City to Lake Butler, Union County hosting Newberry. The Tigers leading this thing 6-0, but an interception. Tyreek Williams picks off Lance Thornton, but credit the Tigers quarterback as he runs him down. Good effort for the tackle. Not Union County's night, however. They fall by a final of 41-24.
Hey, it's our night, and we've got more of the Blitz, including the play of the day on the way.
And we want to remind you that there is more of the Blitz. 11:20 on CBS 47. We blitz through the highlights of the night. Also, you can catch the show on Facebook at any time.
We're the Creekside Knights,
and this is the Friday Night Blitz.
You're watching Action Sports Jax Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Subway Restaurants.
I was playing DB, and it was the second round of the playoffs. And they did like a double pass, and I was at corner. And I kind of took the bait a little bit, but I recovered and, you know, one-handed picked the ball and returned it for a touchdown to help my team win.
That's when he was a freshman, by the way.
Wow, Terry Godwin. Newest Jags receiver. He's on the practice squad. Speaking of Jaguars wide receiver, D.D. Westbrook paid a visit to Atlantic Coast High School this week in support of Project 17. The initiative set out to put certified athletic trainers in each of the Duval County Public Schools by 2020. Westbrook, who went through a very serious injury in high school, knows the importance of having trainers you can trust.
It's best for you to get to know them on a day-to-day basis, you know, in a more personal level, to the point where these people can trust you and buy into what you're telling them as far as when something's wrong. Us getting on the same page and clicking together, that's how you go and play in those big games and win those state championships, because everybody is healthy.
Countdown to kickoff coming up Sunday, 11:30, Jags and the Texans. You can watch that on CBS 47. You can also watch the game at 1 o'clock. We are on Facebook with our post-game show and then Action Sports Jax primetime to wrap it all up. Big weekend for the Jaguars.
Ooh, huge one. You will be there with Stuart Weber in Houston and maybe a trip to Papacitos. Hey, we've been looking at all the highlights tonight, so let's go get our play of the week.
The play of the week is brought to you by Farah and Farah.
And this is from our game of the week. Watch number 3, Angelo Philpott. See? He just rips the ball away from the running back.
Wow, nice play.
There's some strength. Never a fumble on the ground. He just ripped that thing away.
Can I
That
get a
set up
replay?
a touchdown.
Can
You
I get
do.
a
Watch
slow-mo?
this. Slow-mo replay.
Thank you. Philpott.
This is why you hit the weight room right here.
Very
Rip
nice.
that thing away.
All right.
And Westside wins big, 41-0 over Jackson.
Sending out all those Subway subs tonight free to the crowd. Oh, actually, they're not subs.
They're
shirts. But
I
if they
already
were
ate all the subs tonight.
that would be fun. So thank you, and have fun with those Bulls kids.
There you go, free shirts. 10:30 Fox 30, 11:20 CBS 47 Fox 30. That's what we do every Friday night. Woo! So in 20 minutes, we'll do it again. But before we do that, Dan, let's leave with the band of the week, which I believe is the Nice High School Panthers.
Is that who we got
Friday
tonight?
Night.
Wow.
Is it? I think so.
All right.
I hope so.